actually.
What are you doing right now?
I'm auto matching, but actually I'm going to buy some consumables. I want some. I want some heals.
You have 3 mercenaries right here.
Yes, I do. I've selected a ranger, which is an assault class, a grenadier, which is a heavy weapon specialist, and a grunt, which is a juggernaut class. This is our damage dealer. This is our heavy weapons guy, big gun, lots of ammo, tons of sustained damage, and then last is an armored.
Each match you can bring into play 3 different characters, right?
You can choose 3 characters to bring into a match, and you control 1 at a time. I don't know if this is going to work for you. Auto match might take a few minutes. So. Yeah.
Are you going to translate the game in some other language?
Oh yeah, we'll be hitting it at probably 15 languages, most of the major European languages, as well as a lot of other popular ones out there. Definitely yes to Italian.
So that's the starting point?
Yeah, that shows the start of the match. Right now I'm controlling my assault class. Right click to move, just like your standard MOBA game, and left click to shoot. Direct fire shooting, no auto attacks. Reload, all your standard military stuff.
What's the indicator on your character that change every time you got close to a surface?
Oh, that's our cover indicator. So this here is showing line of sight, but if I move into cover, you can see that this object is providing me cover, and I'll take greatly reduced damage from any shots that come over that. When you're playing Merc Elite, you want to make sure you always have cover between you and your enemy, and you want to make sure he doesn't have cover between you. So you've got a few really interesting tools like this roll. And I catch this guy. Oh. He worked me over. That could have gone better.
What was the biggest asset?
Pardon?
What was that rocket something that you
So the assault has a grenade launcher. He has a combat roll, and he has a headshot I need to target on someone. Here, we'll do this. And we fight over these control points here. We want to capture and hold the majority of them.
There's only this game mode?
Right now, yeah. We're looking at more game modes in the future, but right now we've built it around the domination mode. Our team is kind of...
You need to unlock the skills, or they are all unlocked since the beginning of the match?
There are 2 skills that you unlock over the course of the game. The first one at tier 3 and the second one at tier 5. That's done to pace it out and make the early game a little less complicated for new players.
Are they unlocked after a different time or something?
It works out to time. You need to play a bunch of matches to get up to the level where you have all of the skills. We also have skill upgrades you can unlock, which is a piece of equipment that changes a skill, gives it a buff, and lets you choose which of your skills you're gonna crank out.
You have to level every character independently?
Yep, every character has their own leveling tree. We're fairly generous on how that levels up. For if I level up an assault to tier 5, I don't need to level up another assault if I want to have a second character at a lower tier. I just have to repurchase it for the currency, and that's a currency you earn in the game, not a premium currency. Currently, we have a squad invite system, so you can, if you want to play with your friends, you can form up a team and you can fight online. The long term, we're looking at all the esports staples like leaderboards. Yeah, we want to make sure that all the skilled all the players out there who are into the competitive scene can expect us to continue to roll out features that are important to them.
Are you thinking to achieve this?
Yeah, we will have achievements. Yeah.
PvE, gameplay modes, something like that, or just virtual competitive?
First step for PvE will be bot matches where you can play against AI-controlled opponents. Let people. Not everybody wants to play in a fiercely competitive environment, so we will open up that option. And long term, there's lots of great things that we would love to do with PvP. Just they all take time, and we're focused on PvP at the moment.
There are also this destructible environments, like you break stuff.
No, the environments aren't destructible. That's a cool idea.
And I see that you have different heights, like from higher.
That's right.
To affect the gameplay.
Yeah, when you're on a higher level, you can't see up. You cannot be seen until you start shooting down, which gives you a strategic advantage because you can choose when to reveal your position, and you can also take you also take reduced damage.
There is some way to customize the aesthetic of your character.
We will be releasing skins in the future. We don't have them at the moment, but we know players are going to want to do that. Yeah.
They will be all like theater now, or we are going to have other things.
Sorry, what was that?
All the skins that you will have will be like military town skins or.
Well, you know, it depends on what people want to pay for. That's something where we can try different things, but you can expect all the skins to make sense in a world full of futuristic mercenaries.
So we're not going to see, for example, EJ Tread or something.
No, but these are contract soldiers, so they don't have to stick to strict uniforms. When I imagine what a mercenary would wear, he's not always going to wear this button-up shirt. And, we've got some interesting characters coming up that have, you know, painted up their armor and have gone to a lot of effort to look just badass.
You said that you want to focus on release a lot of different maps too. Are you thinking to an editor player?
Sorry,
Through an editor. Map editor.
That's something we could always consider. We have to just make sure Unity's okay with it because we're running on Unity, and what we release has to be okay with them. Yeah, the world of esports, we're doing multiple maps ourselves, and where a good map comes from that doesn't matter much. It's where do players want to play. Get me into a good camera position here.
There is some kind of like paper rock scissor system for the classes. There is a class that is better against another one.
There are certainly things that have strengths and weaknesses in certain situations. Like the assault class has to be very careful when fighting against a recon, because if the recon can use all his skills, he can really hurt the assault really fast before he has a chance to react. That said, there's always an option. It's not about what players, what class they chose. but what the situation you're in was. The cover is important. The lanes from the line of sight are important, and also think other details like when your skills are on cooldown. All that timing is super crucial to winning, and right there that recon was toast. But if he had gotten the drop on me and had fully charged elite point meter and could use his ultimate attacks, I wouldn't have had a chance.
I see that the infiltrator is now like semi-invisible. How does that work with stealth system?
The way you were playing before we made the changes, the recon now goes into stealth automatically, and if he shoots his weapon, he comes out. And if you get too close to him, you can also detect him. So he's constantly poking and fading and disappearing, but there's that moment after he shoots where he's got to get away. Yeah, that was a mine. It's nasty because it throws up to three blasts, and it stealths if you don't see it being thrown down. Yeah.
Control-wise, will you have like different servers for Europe and America in order to avoid lag or anything?
Yes, North America and Europe will be served on different servers, and when we roll out to other continents too, like Asia, they'll have their own sets of servers. We're also looking at doing more granular game servers for different markets. If we see a lot of players in one country putting a game server in that country, but making it based on auto-match or based on who's available. So if there's enough players, you play on the closed server, and if there's not, you play a little further away. Right now, we have pretty decent connection times throughout Europe. As long as you're on a decent connection, it's not too far away. And we've seen people connecting really successfully from as far away as Turkey. It all depends on how close you are. That is not the way to play. We have text chat, as well as we have pings for, let's say, hey guys, let's go attack Charlie there. We have not currently implemented voice chat. We think a lot of players who want to do that will use their own setup, and I know that we wanted to avoid the Xbox Live problem of having to hear people that you don't necessarily want to hear. Yeah. Plus with the radio commands, we can handle the problem of multiple players from different countries playing against each other if they speak different languages.
New players and veteran players, character-wise?
Yes, new players are always going to be matched up at an appropriate tier. So you will be able to avoid being stomped on by somebody who's too strong or too experienced. And as soon as we have more numbers, we're going to make sure that all new players are playing against all new players every time.
And characters, like max level, everything unlocked, will be a lot more powerful than a new character.
There is a limit on who can match with who. We don't let a tier 8 match with a tier 4. We make sure that they are always in a range of units that can be competitive. We also make sure your team is matched up. So if there's a tier 8 on the enemy team, there's a tier 8 on your team as well. I think we're losing this. Everybody plays on a 5 versus 5 match right now. The maps have some variance in size for how the distance is between the points. Did you mean map size like physically or? Yeah.
Wider map.
Yeah, our maps do have different sizes. The city is a little more congested than our train yard map, and the city is a little bigger than the shipyard map. We can always look at that in the future. Right now, for auto match reasons, we want to make sure everybody's on 5 versus 5, so you don't have a split pool of players looking to play games. That said, if we get up to millions of players, we can do lots of different things. So let's do that part. Get a million players. So that's the next step. Is just get a million players. We're aiming for fans of MOBA games who are looking for something a little less time committed and also for something new, because a lot of the MOBA games that are coming out there are clones of the same idea. This is something unique. In addition to that, we're also looking for fans of games like Call of Duty or Battlefield who have stayed away from MOBAs because everything's been fantasy, and until now there hasn't been anything that was made for them.